Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. So welcome to another gaming news. It's an interesting one. Payday 3 is almost dead. Now if you're not familiar with the Payday series, you can say it is a combination of half GTA and half Counter-Strike. Why Counter-Strike? Because it's an FPS game and I think it feels the same as Counter-Strike. And maybe it's just me. But contrary to Counter-Strike, here you will always be the terrorist. So what happened here? Payday 3 turned out to be not so successful, and the Starbreeze Studios, the parent company of the Payday series, fired their CEO after less than 6 months of launch of Payday 3, which is not a big deal, right? Like everyone is getting laid off left and right and losing their jobs right now. The economic condition is so good right now, right? Starbreeze Studios CEO Tobias is no longer with the studio, and the Payday 3 developer is now recruiting for a new leader. And by the way, if you're wondering how this guy looks like, this is him. You're welcome. The company recently told investors the shooter was performing at significantly lower levels than expected, and now it's looking for a new CEO. You just make a normal game without any innovation, without thinking about what players like, you're gonna get shitty result. So it's no surprise, I guess. Payday 3 developer Starbreeze believes it needs a different leadership to bolster the performance of its own franchises and is looking for a new CEO as a result. The Swedish company explained it has bid farewell to CEO Tobias after 3 years at the helm and is searching for a new long-term successor. Now let's see the real reviews, the user reviews. Let's go to Steam. Oh, it's bad. Overwhelmingly negative. Now let's see what people hated about it. I remember buying the Silk Road DLC in Payday 2 thinking this sucks. Alright, let's see what are his issues. No server browser, servers being split by heist, and again by difficulty, fragmenting the already small community into shards, no playstyle variants, unbalanced weapons. I can't get my $40 back, but what I can get back is my 55 GBs. That's a great review. You know, the problem that I have with modern video games is they take up lots of space. Insanely large amount of space up. Now I know it's most of the textures because it's like 4K, 16K, 18K, I don't know. It's a lot of game and it takes up lots of memory in our system. And people like us who don't have a NASA grade computer will not be able to meet the minimum requirements, right? Like this game has minimum requirement of 16 GB RAM. I have like 12 GB RAM. You know, in fact, the games are half-baked and broken most of the times these days. I mean, there is no optimization. They just lazily put out the game and they hope for the best. More disappointing than that time, Christmas was cancelled, my parents got divorced, and I dropped my last bowl of macaroni and cheese on the floor. I mean, if you have managed to disappoint the die-hard fans, you fucked up. I pre-ordered the gold edition and now nobody is playing anymore. LML. Oh, there's a good review here. There's a really good game here. Gunplay and stealth are massively improved from Payday 2 and the story is really interesting. Come back in a few years and see how it's doing then. That sums up the condition of modern gaming. Like Cyberpunk, right? At release, it's the worst garbage ever. In PS4, it looked like this, and after like 3 years, they have managed to release like what? Hundreds and thousands of patches. I mean, the problem is they can make good video games, but they're greedy and extremely lazy. And we still buy it. As Todd Howard said, they keep on releasing Skyrim again and again just because people keep buying it. And by the way, I agree with this guy. Payday 3 feels like they forgot 10 years of updates that Payday 2 went through. Now I played Payday 2 for a good amount of time. It was good. You have improved upon a game for 10 years. 10 freaking years. And you make a new game and you don't implement the things that you were updating into the new game. It's like going back in time. It's like we're evolving just backwards, as the legend said once upon a time. You know, it's like reinventing the wheel. Like using a stone wheel in a Mercedes. It simply doesn't work, right? You know, it feels so dumb in a way. Like take Rockstar, for example, right? GTA San Andreas was impressive, then GTA 4 was even more impressive, and GTA 5 is even more impressive, and GTA 6 will be even more impressive. So the main aim here is take the things that you have already done as a base and work on it, right? But seems like they're dummy dumps. So finally, Starbreeze chairman says the company has a clear strategy centered around creating attractive games on our own and licensed IPs. The board's consolidated assessment is that the execution of strategy needs a different leadership. So they think if the leadership changes, the games will be better. Let's see. And after firing, they thanked him. I would like to thank Tobias Jürgen for his achievements during the past 3 years. Now imagine if you're fired from your job and your boss is smiling. Very nice, congratulations, get out of here. I would just run back to him and punch him right in the face. I mean, it was not a bad game, of course, because you can see everyone is agreeing with it. But it has some issues, of course, and it lacks content and, half-baked, like all games are nowadays, right? AAA games, not the indie games. Indie games are golden. Thank you so much, indie developers. We need more of you, and thanks for the godly work that you do. And recently I have started playing Valheim. I beat the elder boss like 1 week ago, and it's amazing. But there's a grind to it, grinding for bronze, but otherwise it's one of the best experiences like in decades for me. Alright, that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about modern video games, and if you're still playing Payday 3. I'll see you in the next one. Stay awesome.